Do not adjust your sets. Does anyone actually have a set anymore? I guess do they even call it a set anymore?
Monitor,
Do not adjust your monitor. Shockingly, we're an hour earlier again.
Oh, that's right.
Because
we moved even back into it. Yeah.
We've moved back even further.
Yes.
We are now 2:30 Pacific, 5:30 Eastern. We'll see how this goes. See if we need to make any other adjustments. But welcome once again. It is Thursday, midday for us, evening for some.
It's the same time for us.
It really doesn't move.
We didn't change an hour.
No, here in
you all did.
Yeah, that's right. Y'all did. Y'all did. Well, we were listening to Prairie Air, so that kind of hit us there from Stream Beats. It is Thursday, so it is time to do some podcasting. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith.
And of course, we are About Beverages. We've got multiple beverages to talk about. I do need to come out with two things right away, just to clear the air, to set the table.
Okay.
One, I think we already had some of our best conversation before the mics turned on, so just unfortunately, you're not going to get any of that.
We probably did, but it's probably not stuff we should necessarily be.
Probably not.
Overall, probably not.
And then the other thing is you're going to have to put up with this for a little while because I'm doing No Shave November.
Nice. All right.
So,
Complete no shave?
So that's been discussed. Actually, so I would also like to say, so this came up in chat. And I can't remember exactly how, but it came up a little bit. I think maybe Planty even had asked, and it was kind of like, and I was like, no, I haven't. I thought about it. And have you ever? No. So there's actually like 4 of us now in chat that are all doing No Shave November because of this. So we were doing it. And I said, okay, so what are the parameters? I said, because usually a couple weeks in, that's when I mold it into something. Like I kind of let it grow, and then I figure out where I want to go from there. And so that's kind of still up for debate, what we have to do. Like I think Planty was like, I'm going to let it grow, but I'm just going to like kind of keep the neck trimmed a little bit. So I might do that. And then, we'll see as it gets closer. Like we kind of talked, both of us, we were like, well, we'll see how we like it. It may, we're allowed to, at Thanksgiving, we can remove it. If
I was going to say at Thanksgiving,
we can remove it if we want to. Unless
at Thanksgiving or post Thanksgiving. You mean
we are allowed to remove it pre-Thanksgiving if we so choose.
Okay.
I have not fully decided yet. Like, I mean, you never know. Maybe I need to, like I said, have it, and then it can be like my dark arc. Like maybe I go in there and I'm like, they're like, wow, this guy was so much nicer last year at Thanksgiving. I'm like, I'm not giving 2 shits anymore.
You could.
This beard has done it.
And you know what? You're going to get a fairly decent sample size of opinion.
It's true.
At Thanksgiving, so maybe keep it unless you're just driving you crazy.
No, I don't. I think I'll be okay.
I do think it needs to say some sort of beard-ish.
So do you think?
I think if you go round beard, I don't think that would count.
Okay, so
you know what? Anything counts. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want.
It just counts that I'm promoting something.
Doing
that's
something. That's
men's
right.
Health and cancer research and all those kinds of things.
And that's good. Yeah.
Baker, good afternoon to you. High Beverages, same time for me too. I know. There you go. Same time for you. Exactly.
And also, I kind of have been letting mine come back, and not on purpose. It just sort of happened because when it gets a little colder, and then I can start. I feel it looks better on me with clothes like this as opposed to like summer clothes.
I can see that.
But then yesterday, Pocket was looking at me, and all of a sudden I could tell she was. I know she likes it when it gets longer.
Oh, does she?
Oh yeah, she does.
You got the look.
Yeah, she was giving me the look.
She's giving me the look. You're like, hey, we're going away on Friday. Give me the look in a few days. Oh man, because you are going to a concert, right?
We are going to a concert. Hopefully, this one won't be rescheduled. Like
I hope not, since you actually have to travel.
Yeah, we have to. Travel
While you talk about that, I'm going to get the beverages out. So,
yes,
where are you going again?
We are going to Las Vegas. We're going to. Saturday night we'll be at Allegiant Stadium watching Sting and Billy Joel. Billy Joel and Sting. I don't know. I don't think one is opening up for the other. Maybe one is. I don't. Fitz was telling me about that. Sting has a new band. It's like Sting 3.0.
It's called The Police.
Yeah,
actually, it's he can't actually afford the rest of the police anymore, so it's the Policia. Yeah. So he have some immigrants that have come over the border. Yeah, it goes back to the Simpsons,
the Spanish equivalent.
Yeah, the non-union Spanish equivalent. That is a Simpsons reference. Frey, how's it going? Good to see you. How are you? Before we talk more about that, what beverage do we have here? I think I have a graphic. Wait. There it is.
Well, especially for those of us who have to drive after the podcast, which is only me. It's nice to usually try to include something non-alcoholic to start or somewhere in the mix. Sometimes even more than one thing shows up. And
did like an all-alcohol. Didn't we do an all non-alcoholic podcast?
I think we have.
There was like some athletic beers and some waters
coffee and yeah. But this is it's a seasonal. I know we had this at least last year. Trader Joe's sparkling winter sangria, sparkling water. So
Ooh.
I know.
Everyone could use a little extra sparkle, says Trader Joe's. Well, even the bubbliest person benefits from excess effervescence. That would be your wife.
She does benefit, and
she is
provides,
the bubbliest of people.
She does provide effervescence.
She provides effervescence. Allow me to dispel your misconceptions.
Thank you.
I love that. Like for some reason, just the thought of like, okay, so I haven't even I guess I'm kind of starting to smell a little bit. But yesterday I was starting to create a mental scent picture.
Ooh,
I don't think that actually makes sense, but anyway. I was like, okay, what would be if I said winter sangria? What flavors do I think? Okay, I'm thinking like cherries. I'm thinking fruit of some, that kind of thing. Because I think of sangria, it's usually wine, a bunch of different fruits and things in there. And
Orange,
like the winter
probably.
part usually could mean spices.
Yeah.
So that was in my head. I was like,
cranberry.
could be cranberry. So something there. And then like to me, then I was like, okay, is it spices or is it a stuffing mix?
Ooh, well, probably not.
Which if Paco comes around, she was very excited because I reminded her about the chips when she was going to Trader Joe's. She bought some. Her and their feeding therapist that they have, both absolutely love them. They couldn't believe that. They're like, how are these this good and taste that? Yeah. She was like, I'm going back to buy a bunch. I said, well,
get them.
I said, if you stop in, Keith will be very happy to hear that. I thought you were going to say she provides benefits. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, so that was what I was thinking. I was like, okay, I'm thinking maybe spices and then fruit things. And you have not had this one?
I have not had this one.
Okay.
No.
But you said it was around last year?
I'm pretty sure it was in last year. Yep.
Okay. Very clear.
And, that's a good thing for water.
Okay, it's very cherry in the aroma. The aroma is cherry, like almost Robitussin. There's just a little sweet afterwards that takes it away from that.
Approaching tussin?
It's approaching a little bit of like cough medicine, but there's something that takes it away from that, but it was in the ballpark.
Okay.
That's milder than I thought it was going to be. That's good though. No spices.
No. You're probably not going to.
I didn't think
go quite that far.
I didn't say it was a good idea to have spices in there. I just thought maybe. I thought perhaps.
I know we had it last year, the something spritzy, the orange and grapefruity one. That has returned. That's a good spritzy.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Which I always think of, isn't that a Disney movie, Something Spritzy?
This way comes.
Okay, I was just making sure. So now I'm wondering you've got Billy Joel, you've got Sting, both equally talented, accomplished artists. At least Billy Joel's been solo his whole career, everything like that. There's no one else on the bill. There's not like an opening act for the both of them.
That I don't know. Because I didn't know when we went to see ELO, I didn't know that there was an opening act until like a few days.
Someone to get the crowd
I
going.
would think so.
It turns out it's a comedian.
So? Yeah, well, and actually that did happen. I saw a comedian.
Had that one time, and we had a comedian come out one time. I can't remember what show it was, but there was a comedian.
The guy was like a musical comedian though, because he was like singing songs. I remember he opened for Huey Lewis in the News.
When did you see that?
Back early 85.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was 5 years ago.
No. It was actually when I worked at the toy store. So that'd be 84, 85. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. Same with one of the guys who worked there.
Have just the tiniest amount of the chips left. They will be gone tonight. I bet. Yeah.
We have your favorite cookies are in. The Lebkuchen, Oblaten, whatever. Those are in.
Are those maple cookies in?
We carry those year round.
What?
Yeah, I know that we've had this discussion before.
I know.
Yeah, okay. We do carry those year round.
Those maple creams are delicious. Those are fantastic.
But a lot of the holiday candy rolled in yesterday.
Those dark chocolate with the peppermint candies on the outside. What were those called? They were it was like a JoJo, but they were covered in dark chocolate. But then there was mint on it. There was
they're chocolate covered peppermint JoJos.
Yeah, are those out?
I think so because I saw the collection of all the others is in too.
Ooh, nice.
The actual JoJos aren't in yet. The mint JoJos.
They are if you want a beer.
But that's true. But yeah, I've been slowly getting more of the chips, but I'm trying to restrain myself, but they come
in like
good.
A box. I couldn't believe I don't think they lasted in the house 24 hours. I didn't think my wife liked them that much.
Oh,
like I always thought she was kind of like, oh, they're okay, they're pretty good. Just wasn't in that flavor.
Right.
But I had some after the podcast, and then all of a sudden she had some, and then all of a sudden the next day I was like, where? She's like, oh, I finished. I was like, I didn't know you like those. She's like, oh, those are delicious. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, they are very. And there's a popcorn stuffing popcorn as well, but I like the chips more. The popcorn.
I like the kettle chips.
Yeah,
are really good. I mean, I love me some popcorn though. You're a popcorn fan.
Oh yeah, I love popcorn.
My other thought too about the Billy Joel and you were talking about, not sure who's like is like one technically
one for the other.
Who goes first
together?
Maybe they wrote, because are they like a residency kind of thing since it's Vegas, or are they on a tour together?
No, it's a tour, I believe.
Okay.
Because that originally when this started was we were like, well, because we've in the last few years we've seen Tears for Fears and who else we've seen, but you're just trying to maybe do the checklist of who you'd like to see, and I wonder if they're going to be nearby, and
right.
I'd like to see Colin Hay. I've met at work. I like his solo stuff and his.
You've talked about his stuff before.
But then we were like, Sting. Let's see if Sting. And that was we were looking for Sting, not Billy Joel, because we've seen Billy Joel, but I don't mind. Certainly don't mind seeing him again. So
maybe he'll sing that new song that's actually pretty good.
I would hope. I would think especially since it's kind of written for his current vocal. Status.
And I think that's probably why I like it too. Is like he's not trying to do some of the other things. How soon is this concert? Sound like he's going on a whim? No, just because you don't have some of the answers.
No. When did you plan
on it?
I think we bought him back in February. It was a long time ago. I was looking at my tickets the other day. So.
Hoping for a Sunday TJ's run?
Okay.
Sounds good. That sounds like a plan. So then if they can't decide, so now is it like that if neither one wants to open for the other, are they just playing at the same time?
Yeah, their songs
are just overlapping and just like everything.
They give you special earbuds.
Yeah.
And you can turn it to a certain channel.
No, listen, Billy Joel's doing Angry Young Man.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And you're like, oh my gosh, Sting's doing Fields
of Gold. The show lasted an hour.
Oh, yeah. It's really quick.
They're giving you 2 hours worth of music just at the same time.
It's like how some people listen to podcasts at like 1.5 or 2 times. Have you heard about this? This is actually a thing. People will listen to podcasts slightly faster, and I don't get it.
So I came across, I did hear that once, and I tried it one time. I think I went up to like 1.25, maybe 1.5.
I think once the voices down, it starts sounding different.
Yeah, I don't want that, but then I thought, if it's something that I'm interested in, I want to be able to process it. And sometimes I don't process at real speed. I don't need to,
I actually slow them down. I go to 0.75.
I was just listening to one a second time. Yeah, I know. I need them to talk like this. But it wasn't. So the one podcast that I was talking with you about.
That fast. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can't hear and comprehend. And I didn't notice it until kind of recently, but the one podcast I was talking to you about, the Armchair Expert, it almost sounds, and I think there is from the little bit I remember about Audacity.
Right.
Can you go through and like get rid of like pauses?
Oh, yeah.
Between? It'll just get rid. Yeah.
No. I'm going to say this. I'm for sure there is software that does that. Okay. When I did it in Audacity, I did all that manually.
Okay.
Like I went through and I took out the ums and the uhs and the where there was like a longer pause. Like I took that stuff out.
Okay. Because I was thinking, for some reason, I thought there was just listening to, not this one specifically, but another one. It just seems like in fact, I actually checked once. I'm like, am I listening to this on normal speed or faster speed? Because it kind of went, and it sounds like there should have been a break there. It sounds like I can't really explain it, but it just was like there was like no gaps at all.
They just knew exactly what they wanted to say next.
I guess it could have been. They had it all scripted out.
Yeah. But, I'm sure people go through and 100% and go through and edit those. And I'm sure there's stuff that's taken out. Like I was over yesterday and today I was finishing listening up to the Everybody Knows Your Name podcast. Have you listened to the latest one?
Oh, the Megan
Mullally. Yeah. And that one's great. The two of them are just so funny.
They seem like they have a great time.
Yeah. They seem amazing. And like, and he just gets more fascinating by the minute. Like, just because he's writing books, he actually has a wood shop where he employs people. Like he almost, other than his again being against big government on Parks and Recreation, like he almost is that character. Like he's in wood shop, he's into like natural farming and knowing where your food comes from. So then he and Woody Harrelson were talking about stuff. So it was great. But she's just she's like really deadpan, like funny. Like she's hilarious. Megan Mullally is so funny. There's one audiobook I was listening to, though, that the narrator was really slow, and I'd gladly speed that up because the story is about it takes forever to progress. Yeah, I think, they're definitely, I could see that if like the person was just talking slower. But I've heard of people doing that. Like, I can get through it. Like, I'm like, I don't need to check off the box. Like you said, I kind of, for the most part, and most of the podcasts I listen to, other than like a few like gaming podcasts that seem to go a little bit longer. Most of them are about an hour.
Right.
And it's like, if I need to do that in 45 minutes, it's like, I don't, and especially with commercials in those now too, they go faster. Like the other one we listened to too, the like, Dinner's on Me or whatever. That one is maybe 45 minutes because of all the ads that are in there. Like that's the biggest thing.
The thing I liked about, and I just listened to it yesterday, the Nick Offerman, and a lot of things I like, but one thing that stuck out is when he got a compliment, he was like very gracious and accepted it, but not in a, oh, thank you, I'm wonderful and great. But he also didn't go, well, I'm not that. He was like, it was like, thank you. Yeah. He's like, I appreciate, I'm proud of that.
That's very kind. I appreciate you saying
but
that.
Just
like
very metered, very like, that is something I'm proud of. So I appreciate you saying that, and I'll accept that, as opposed to, sometimes it can, not be that way. I like the way he handles, but that they bring in people who aren't, who, have maybe slightly disadvantaged as far as their political, or not political, but their social situation. And, I thought, I was like, this guy's great. He's even, which I thought anyways, cause I think I'm familiar with his fireside work. So
humble, but not too humble.
Correct.
Yeah, it was just the right amount of accepting like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, guys. Plague Doc, how's it going? Good to see you. But yeah, no, I really like that, and like just like some of the work that they were doing. I would be interested to give it a try. The podcast she was talking about doing with all those letters from her. Or like I said, her mom, like of all the different suitors, and then it was interesting when they brought up, because then the person that she chose, he was an alcoholic and all these horrible things.
I was not expecting that.
She did not like, and then she was saying like she wished she would have picked someone else, and then Woody Harrelson was like, well, but then you wouldn't be there, and she's like, that's fine. Like, that would have been better for my mom. Like it was like, I was like, yeah, I can understand that. Keith, hey Bev, Ghost VO, how's it going? Good to see you. Thank you for that shout out for my brother. Like he gets doesn't get enough of that when he's here.
Yeah, I don't. It's not right. I know. It's just what is it? The scarcity, or I'm not here that often, so
I think
it's more special. It's more special.
It's scarcity.
Yeah,
going good. I finally got Vex the day before reset, but how have you been doing? Doing good. We're doing all right. I should say we're plugging on through.
Vex is a character on TFT.
Oh, is it?
League of Legends, I guess too. But
Vex is a weapon in Destiny.
Oh, okay. Vex.
I saw more episodes of Arcane are coming out. I think that's
I had.
And you guys like that show, right?
We did. It was good. Yeah.
But you guys actually play. That's League of Legends too, isn't it? No.
It's those characters.
Okay.
League of Legends, TFT. It's those characters. Yep. Most of them, not all
Ghost
of them.
VO is one of the people I was just telling at the beginning of the podcast.
I have not. I was trimming this back, and I have not done that. And it kind of occurred to me that it was also November, but it wasn't specifically because of that.
Do you want to officially join us right now here? Do you want to commit to that?
I will.
Wow. Hi, Keith. Big fan. Lucky.
I don't know. Well, part of my challenge is my nighttime sleeping situation.
Oh, that's true.
I'm still figuring that out, and also
maybe the longer your beard is, like maybe that'll help you, like the wind going through the reeds, and it's just kind of peaceful and make you fall asleep.
You gotta keep it closer.
Oh. No, maybe you don't have to.
Or may have to make it tighter.
You just have a fan just blowing on it, and then it's just a.
But
through the brush,
so no, I'm definitely in for letting it grow longer, subject to
availability,
subject to certain sleeping conditions.
Fair enough.
Yes, but definitely am up for having it grow longer. So I keep it pretty much year round. So
that's true. But that's true. That's got to count for something.
But
Ghost VO also is joining Planty and I believe there was someone else too that had talked. So we're all kind of doing it. Can't grow out the beard. Can't risk gnomes moving in. Lucky, you should do it with us.
Lucky's a big
come
fan.
on,
well,
commit
of course,
to it.
I know Lucky's a big fan.
You should do it as well. Kaya, how's it going? Good to see you. Never heard of Arcane. Where can I watch it? Arcane is on Netflix. Netflix. Yes, there's one season, about to be 2.
Yeah, I think it was from 3 years ago.
I've heard nothing but good things, not only from you but from Voidstar and other people about Arcane as well. So I don't know. Is that for someone, because that's anime, right? Is that anime?
I don't know if it's specifically anime. It's cartoon.
Is that what I take if I've never watched anime? Is that what I watch first? No Shave November. That's what we're doing. Plague Doc, you want to join us for No Shave November? It's animated. Okay.
Yeah.
The beard. I currently have no neck. It'll cover up your lack of neck and people think you have one. They'd be like, oh, it's just under the beard.
It's just growing right from the chest.
It's actually my chest
hair. No
hair.
shaved chest hair in November. Wait, no. Okay.
Don't think I would put it in the anime category? Okay. I wasn't sure. Since
that's what I was thinking, and I
I
don't know a ton about. Yeah, so.
Been rewatching The Walking Dead because I didn't finish it. Okay. That had a lot of seasons. My wife watched The Walking Dead for a while, and American Horror Story. She was watching those for quite a while. Did your wife watch American Horror Story? That seems like something. Oh, okay.
I would think it might be something she's interested in, but have not. We've been keeping up with. If
I stop shaving now, I can participate next November. That's how I always feel. I mean, like this is a week. I don't know. Maybe do I grow a little faster now? It feels like. But I'm not. I've definitely, like I said, I'm not a grower or a shower. Apparently, when it comes to my beard, like I said, so we'll just leave it at that.
We've been watching Abbott Elementary. You ever watch that?
No, you've talked about that a bunch, though.
And the previous Ted Danson, Everybody Knows Your Name, was with Quinta Brunson, and she's the writer.
I saw her name and I didn't listen to it because I was like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, that's who that is. She was good. It was a good interview as well.
I've almost got a mustache. Okay, working on it. I'm a few years ahead of No Shave November. Okay, gotcha. Main purpose is actually to hide my other chin. Is that what it is? That's a good plan, though. Schedule an appointment, discuss surgery options, move my psychiatrist appointment up so I can get letters of recommendation ASAP. Might be able to go in for surgery before the moldy orange takes off. I mean, that would be very quick with a lot of those letters. But Kaya, good luck to you on all of that stuff for sure. If I shaved right now, by tomorrow at 5, you'd believe I had started my beard on Halloween. Wow, that's amazing.
There are some people who do that.
What was it? I have 5 o'clock shadow at 8 in the morning. That is not me. That is not me, like at all. Like I said, I mean, but you're pretty quick with.
It's certainly better than it was. It
like SpongeBob,
like
can't.
Dennis.
Dennis. That's it. Yeah, you can't do that like Paul and Dennis.
No, I can't do that. But yeah, it does grow faster than it used to. But then like Scott at Tap and Bottle, he just got like magnificent facial hair. It seems like within a day.
Well, that's the thing too. Like if I have to stick, which I'll definitely do a full 2 weeks of pretty much doing much of nothing. Maybe like the lower neck, trimming that up a little bit so I don't look completely like a hobo.
I just don't like that. That's why I got to get rid of that.
Like for me, even at that point, like it grows in very well for a goatee or a round beard or whatever you want to call it. But like over here, it's very patchy. So I don't know how that's going to, like I said, anyway, we'll go on the journey together, apparently.
Yeah, that's mine. Out. Yeah, mine really is best here. And I think one side is actually better than the other, but it comes in enough to at least, I think have people realize that what I'm doing. Oh, that's a beard.
I get what you're going for there.
What you're going for there. Yeah.
Basic training, I'd shave at 4:30, and by noon, drill sergeants would accuse me of not shaving that day.
Wow.
That's crazy. It's always funny too, like obviously like with maybe men more so, like with that kind of stuff, it's like the amount of growth that happens here, but then not in like thankfully everywhere else. And you're just like if all of a sudden you're like your shirt was like puffed out, just you're like, I shave all my hair again. Like, thankfully it doesn't grow. It's like I wonder why this area
it does start growing in other as
physically, like I wonder why that like was chosen biologically, I guess. Does that make sense? I think that's the question I'm going for. Since I'm on HRT for 4 years, my sire has been seeing me since coming out. Even he's fully on board with me to take this route. So luckily, I'll be set for either a year before Christmas or beginning of the new year. Nice. Yeah, like I said, sometimes it's the second psychiatrist. Sometimes it can help. I know people that have been through that stuff. But again, it seems like you have it all set. Well, that's really good. I mean, it's a nice, it's like a different flavor too. Like I said, it does have kind of that cherry, raspberry kind of thing in the taste. Yeah. The aroma almost went where I didn't want it to go, but not quite.
Well, just like remember when we did the cherry vanilla one, and you're like, it almost went medicinal, but then, it's kind of like they've gotten that down. So,
Onyx, how's it going? Booze? We'll have booze in a minute.
I thought he was wearing mohair pajamas.
Friend who goes up for a sweater. Got it. That'd be so bad. I'm so glad I don't have that.
She's naked. So's he.
I thought he was wearing mohair pajamas. I see this invitation is soaked with your tears. That's my spit.
That's my spit.
Cheers references. Oh man. We watched another episode finally of Only Murders in the Building. So we did get to see the cast again, the other cast. So then it was Mobble.
Oh yeah, she's hilarious. She is
oh my
so
God.
Good in that.
And then she goes over to the Christmas guy's house and she's like pulls the gun off the wall and she's like, "You did it, didn't you?" He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I hate Christmas." He's like, "I had a video that went viral and everything." It's like,
I have to do this.
Funny.
Yeah,
It's such a funny little turn.
It's very good. I really like it. Zach Galifianakis has an episode or two where he's really funny, but she's just cracked me up the whole time. And then it was good, like you said too, with Jane Lynch. Those are some touching things, and that goes throughout the episode with Melissa McCarthy. When you get to that one, there's a certain doorbell song that you'll be like, oh my God. Yeah. So
so excited. I'm losing my mind about it. You should be. That's very exciting, Kaya. So the sparkling water is actual flavor and not one of those that tastes like drinking TV static while someone yells fruit flavors at you.
Oh, wow. That's a great description.
That is a good description. So I think, I like a lot of the sparkling waters. I don't mind that they're a lot lighter, which I get, like that joke. But my favorite ones usually wind up being, which have a little bit of juice in, like the Spindrift ones, I think are the best because they do have a little bit of juice in them. So those are really good. And then like the Waterloo are the ones I consistently buy because they have the most flavor and they also have the more interesting flavors. Yeah. Kind of like this Trader Joe's one and some of the other ones we've had from them. They're a little bit more, it's still going to be a much lighter flavor. It's still going to be mostly water, but I think there's enough flavor in a few of these brands that I do like them. Like I said, specifically Waterloo is the most consistent of a lot of that stuff. Late, Guardian Down. We're not late. You're not late. We're all on time. It's fine. Doing good. Wife is sick, so I'm dealing with a terrible 4-year-old toddler. No, that is always tough when you have no one to tag team in when things are tough when you have a kid. You remember that? Like, oh yeah. You're like, hey, kid. Oh, you're not feeling well either. Okay, I got this. But sometimes you don't got this. I think the evolutionary advantage of beards are for impact resistance. I believe it was scientifically tested that people beards are more resistant to impacts on their face. Interesting. I mean,
keep you warmer too.
I know people joke about that, but yeah, they usually like there's a warmth difference for sure. So that makes sense. Yep. I've definitely cut my face less since I've quit shaving. Also that was actually
since you're having to shave like 4 times a day.
Yeah, that's also true. It's like, there's no way I can get rid of this. I wonder. Yeah, you would have been like the poster child for like someone doing like actually like electrolysis or something like that. We need to make this stop. But yeah, episode is really like that show just keeps getting better. Actually, maybe we want 2 episodes. We may have watched the second episode.
That's nice. They're only like 35 minutes, 40 minutes most. Yeah. So, and you guys have no commercials. So
we don't.
Even faster
for you. That's true.
So.
At least worst comes to worst, I have the 2 set of grandparents that live 7 minutes away. Oh, that's nice, Onyx. That is, yeah. If all of a sudden, if worst comes to worst, you'd be like, I'm not feeling good either. Grandma, Grandpa, come help. I'm on board for anything that pairs Steve and Martin together. That's also
Steve Martin Short.
I say Steve. Martin.
Where do you find time to do? Man, Mamu Dog Face, Banana Patch.
But yeah, that has been really good. But yeah, Ava Longoria has been super funny. And then even Eugene Levy, like him trying to like being a little too like effusive and like happy with him and the pink eye thing.
Oh, Richard Kind.
Richard Kind is so funny. Yeah. Oh, I'm your waiter now. I'll get you some water. And he goes and gets
it switches eyes. Yeah. It goes back and forth. Yeah.
Oh God. But yeah,
because they have you wondering, are they the killers?
They do that, and then it's like it's always the episodes where they're like they eliminate one person kind of at the end of each episode. Like, okay, it's definitely not this person because of blah blah blah. And then around episode 7 or 8, then it's like they really hone in on something like, oh, it's this, and then that rug will get pulled out, and then you find the reveals. Like that's kind of the idea. What episode do you say I think we're going to be on episode 5, so we've seen 4 episodes now.
I think it's 7 with Melissa McCarthy.
Okay,
I think that's the 7th.
Did you guys finish it yet?
We're done.
Okay, so how many was it? Was it 8 or 10? Oh, it was 10. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember last week we were talking. I couldn't remember how many you had said.
You already knew who the next murder is. Next person.
They're going to do another season?
I've heard Steve Martin say he'd like to do it until he dies. But a lot of
Steve
people are
Martin
dying.
Killed himself today.
A lot of people are dying.
Yeah. Oh God, why is everyone dying? That was actually, oh God, that was hilarious. The episode Paul Rudd did it as his Irish stunt double.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that was killing me.
Yeah.
He's jumping on the car and then he throws himself in the trash can. And then he pulls an apple out, takes a bite, and then chucks it back.
Yeah, no, it was funny.
And now he's like, I'll stand in for Sal. As he lays down the pool table. And I've called it.
Steve Martin?
Like, yeah. She's like, one of those bottles is not going to be a breakaway one. I was like, yeah, you're damn right. You got it with you son of a bitch. And they all just start fighting around it. God, that was funny. I think they officially said I mean, obviously, like I said, based on the last episode, they're going to keep going.
They certainly could.
I'm sure they're doing fine too. It seems to be very popular.
Yeah. I mean, and it probably doesn't, I mean, it's 10 episodes now. So it's not like they're committed. That's one of the things too. And listening to some of the podcasts I listen to, they talk like people like Woody Harrelson or Ted Danson and about how, they did 22, 23 episodes a season, now it's like 8, 10. Yeah.
I mean, so many things, even on
there's so much to consume,
what you would call regular network TV. Like it's like you see shows that like new season starts January. It's like, so they even do like 10 episode things now because of streaming. And I heard there's actually another season of the new Frasier show out too.
Oh yeah.
The second season, which I haven't. Yeah. I may have to try and get that watched at some point. But yeah, that was definitely pretty tasty. Usual price, I'm assuming
$3.40. Yeah. $3.49 for 8. Yes.
Did they let you take singles out of those?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Open up a box?
Yeah. Because there are people who buy.
That blows my mind.
Well, I didn't need to buy it. What if I did? What if I got here and I was like, oh yeah, that one's really kind of medicinally.
It's fair.
So anyway, but yeah, that's the great thing. I did. I opened the box neatly, put them. Okay. Now somebody else who's having their own podcast or just needs one can go buy it.
That's fair. Wait a minute. We've got to have the monopoly on the Trader Joe's podcast stuff. No one else can be doing these.
We pretty much do.
Just us.
Seems.
Half, or actually 2/3 of this episode is sponsored by Trader Joe's.
Well, I wish it was sponsored by Trader Joe's, but that's all right.
I mean, they give you these things, right? You don't pay for these.
Oh, you're right.
Man, even if that would happen alone, that would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be
we would
great.
definitely do a lot more wine if that was the case.
Oh yeah,
and maybe even.
But I think there's more wine, and there's a Grand Reserve Merlot if we want to really use our drop.
We almost should.
Almost always do, but there's a lot of other stuff that Chardonnay interests me, and there's some other stuff too.
All the things you mentioned definitely sounded good. I mean, and I don't know if next week we just want to finally get to that one you were talking about, the beer that you actually bought. Like I said, that we should have that or whatever.
Or I mean, I guess we could save it till Thanksgiving.
It's entirely up to you.
But I don't know. I think you and I would probably appreciate that. So yeah, maybe we should work that in. We'll open with that one. No,
there's usually never a shortage of things on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's true. We'll open with the quad. Yeah. Oh wait,
with the quad, with your quads. Oh, maybe that's it. Instead of a Keith Flex, we have the Keith quad.
The quads.
You have to flex your leg.
I'll use a Thigh Master.
People will be very excited to see that. You and Suzanne Summers together forever.
I'm using one right now.
They want to drink Merlot.
There it is.
No, if anybody orders Merlot, I'm leaving. I am not drinking any fucking Merlot. Okay, relax, Miles. Jesus, no Merlot.
That's what we. So speaking of that coming up, Baker, thank you for that. I know we were just about to start, but I don't want to forget this. So we've kind of been organizing, like I said, the office space, like I said, where my wife, when she works from home, works in there, and we've been wanting that to be like that. It can be an office looking nice, but then maybe like have a little bit, like we actually were looking at like maybe getting like a Papasan chair, like just to have like a little sitting area, like if you want to go in there, whatever else. We'd also had thought about like, oh, it'd be neat if there was if you could actually fit like a chair or a love seat that could turn into like a small bed, like, if you were, anyway, lots of ideas going on. So then my wife went in there, she was cleaning up a bunch of stuff the other day. And then when I was coming back from lunch, she was like, she's like, we should look through the DVDs, see if there's stuff like we're not going to watch anymore because of these DVDs are just old, because we've got really old versions of some things. That just, it's just the movie and whatever, or Blu-ray. Anyway, so we went through, we started going through things, and there was not a lot because I'm very like, and I don't know if I might watch it.
I might want to watch it.
It's a little bit, it's like I've already paid it. So it's like I don't need to throw it away. Some things that are like old versions are like, we don't really need those anymore.
You have the DVD and the Blu-ray.
Then I would totally get rid of that. Like some of them, it's like, it's a collector's edition, or I can't find that thing. Oh my gosh. Holy business. It almost fits right with the water box.
Yeah, it does. Right inside. Well, that's kind of cool, actually.
Guardian Down, thank you for the 38 months of resubbing. Appreciate it. Ric Flair once said, Space Mountain, oldest ride, longest line. But our nature boy once said, the front half of my tongue needs a little bit of love. No matter what, they both are. Wow, we're both assholes? When did this happen?
Oh,
it is what it is. Guardian Down, thank you for the 38 months. Appreciate it. Boo. So we're looking through all the DVDs, looking through all the Blu-ray. Like, so we pulled out a few. There wasn't that many at the very bottom in the stack as I'm going through. I have been looking online for months to buy Sideways on Blu-ray.
Oh, you have it?
Turns out I have it. I've been looking at it and I haven't bought it every time because I'm like, man, it's like $50 and it's like an import.
Now
you
can sell it.
I'm like, I want to spend that. Like all like, and yeah, also going there, I was like, oh my God. And I told her, and she's like, you don't look here. And I was like, well, no, I never even thought about that. I had gotten it. And it's so funny. I actually have it and I have it on Blu-ray. So I have the best version
nice.
of it. So yeah, that made me feel good too. So yeah,
probably a little
we discovered
outtakes
something.
and editor's cut or director's chat or.
You got some dirt on your chin, baby. I know. We're doing No Shave November, guarding down. I don't know if you're a person with a beard or not. Do you want to join Planty, myself, Ghost VO, and a few others in chat doing No Shave November? I mean, that saves you time because you don't like having to actually like do things, so that's probably a good thing. Like not actually having to shave if that's something you do. But yeah, all right, let's get up. We've got an espresso martini. It is Trader Joe's. It is in a bottle. We're gonna have to do, I guess, a little bit of shaking. All four cheeks and a couple of chins, as Norm would say.
What's shaking?
Should add a Movember Discord channel. I could do that. That's not a bad idea, Lucky. My eczema couldn't handle that. Damn it. Maybe you could just not share shave some other place. You can pick what that is.
Oh, don't share any pictures though.
Yeah, I'm not allowing those pictures in the Discord. All right, we're gonna go shake up this pre-made espresso martini, then we'll come back talk about it a little bit more. I'll take my pay and flexes, thanks. Be right back.
I'm flexing right now.
Power. Thank you guys all for hanging out. Appreciate it. Crocodile, it is good to see you. What did you miss? Only one beverage so far. You missed the Trader Joe's Winter Sangria Sparkling Water, and I liked it. Did you like it?
I did.
If you like sparkling waters.
If you like sparkling waters, a little flavor. They're not for everybody, but we like them.
We do.
It's good.
We do like them. So that was the only thing. Now we are back with another thing from Trader Joe's. Just so coincidentally that these two things happened. I took this picture right from their website because it just looked too good. I was like, I can't make anything better than that. So it is what it is. This is their espresso martini in a bottle.
Yes.
It even on the website says not available. So very much limited at this point. That whatever is in stock is in stock. So your mileage may vary for sure.
It's weird though that it says not available because it is available. Like we have it. It's not available for me to order.
Right.
And maybe that's what they mean by that. But
I'm guessing.
The limited time. So
Sushi, how's it going? Good to see you, Sushi. How are you? But yeah, so this is their espresso martini in a bottle. It is vodka, coffee, obviously, and vanilla.
That's what it says.
Probably extract, I'm assuming.
I would guess. Well, I don't know.
Modeled after the cocktail craze. We did an espresso martini. I don't know. It's been the last 6 months.
Yeah, it was
or so.
one of my coworkers. Recipe.
That's right. Which that had like the Baileys in it. That was when you brought over the Baileys. That was absolutely
that's true.
Coagulated because you kept it for 8 years.
That and had some chocolate. I think did we or did we do it without the chocolate? I can't remember if we did it with that or not.
I can't remember, but that was delicious.
It was quite good.
That was good. I mean, because of all those things involved, that was pretty tasty. But yeah, like I said, this is definitely a cocktail craze that has been. Probably over the last year, it's gained even more traction.
The premix.
Either premix versions of it or just, it's a fairly simple cocktail if you make cold brew, if you make coffee at the house, like obviously that's a little bit of a stipulation, but if you have that around, pretty much everything else is fairly easy. You can either add, like I said, something like a Bailey's, or you could, flat if you want to do like more of like a cream version. Yep. This one just went with, like I said, vanilla. I'm trying to look on here again.
What did we do since I brought that?
It just says a touch of vanilla.
Did I bring I know I brought the one over that was solid. Did I also bring one over that?
Yeah.
Oh, you must have that.
No, you took it back.
With me? Oh, okay.
Either you took it. I don't think I drank through all that. I mean, I definitely made another couple of those. Maybe I drank.
Oh, yeah. No, you probably, if you
left it, I drank it. Because I do remember making more of those, being like, oh, this is really good. And like making it's very easy. I don't think that was a very big bottle either, was it? Or was it a regular size?
It was a regular size. It wasn't like this little guy.
Oh, okay.
Hey, little buddy.
But anyway.
Looks kind of like you're drinking a diluted Coke.
At least the color does. The color is like that.
After the ice has melted into your Coke.
So in theory, you're sad right now.
Right.
But then you realize that's not what it is. Very coffee and chocolate and vanilla.
But there's no chocolate in it. I don't think. But yeah,
coffee has notes
coffee
of
chocolate. Definitely the
sometimes
vanilla.
Stale coffee
and it
has
does
chocolate
smell
notes.
like
sometimes stale coffee has
like
chocolate.
vanilla extract, like you're baking something.
Yeah, it does smell pretty natural there. No coffee this late. It does actually have espresso in it, so I'm surprised. I'm assuming
it's 20% ABV. Most vodkas are 40, so this is probably what then half. Would that math work out about half?
Because nothing else in here is alcohol. So
right. Well, except the vanilla, I guess.
We actually did what they said, which is pouring it over ice, shaking it up, and then kind of pouring it out, depending on how quickly we either like this or get through this. We brought in the bottle. We may just try it straight as well to see if that tastes pretty good. Like if you actually get it chilled previously, maybe you don't need to water.
I've been telling people it's a good lunch size. Just have it on your lunch break.
Good lunch size.
Finish it on the way home. Oh, wait, no.
Yay for using those silly martini glasses, the most useless glasses ever made. The history on that design is quite interesting, though. Which one are you talking about? The ones that are kind of like these,
like right above your.
I have these.
Yeah,
I have these too, but I make actual martinis in those. I like these. These are my little coupe glasses. Yes, those. I have those too. I don't have as many glasses as this man, but I have more different glasses.
Yeah, you do, because I don't have any coupe glasses, and I also actually found another martini.
Do you have martini glasses?
I don't have martini glasses. Okay. I don't believe. Maybe one.
You have Collins glasses.
Collins, yeah.
We've got multiple beer
different
glasses.
Different beer glasses, different wine glass. Although I do, there's that certain wine glass that I want.
I need some more wine glasses.
Of the same or different?
I need some different one. Like I kind of want to look to see exactly what I have.
I know
I
know the look I want.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's good.
Definitely does come across as chocolatey, though.
Don't be vanilla. A poop, freeze your coop. Exactly. Do you want... I don't think you go on TikTok, but there's a guy on TikTok that does that. He's on Instagram. Okay, he's also on TikTok. I watch him all the time. Yep.
As long as you don't change those two rhyming words around.
It's 100% the same guy. Yeah, because he's the one also, too, that I've made reference where he... a lot of his drinks now, and it seems like that's like the new hot thing, is where you have a saline solution of 80-20 water to salt, and you put in a couple drops, and he's like, put a couple drops of saline, he'll say sometimes like a couple drops of tears to make it pop.
I haven't seen
your mother's tears, because it makes it pop. Yeah. I was watching him. Something I'd like to do, and I did the video, he has a whole thing. There's a way where you make it's called super juice. So like normally, like when you juice a lemon, it's not gross. Normally when you juice a lemon, you get like maybe an ounce out of the entire lemon. It's this whole and so you're wasting a lot of lemons. There's a process where you don't get the pith, but you take all the peel off and you weigh out the peel, and then you put citric acid with it. And then you put the juice in there too, and you do this whole thing, and you fill up with water, and you let it like sit, and it concentrates, and then you strain it out, and you can make like from one. I think it was either 1 or 2 lemons in his last video, and he made like this much, and he's like, this tastes the exact same for. He's like, any drink you're gonna make if you had lemon juice, and it lasts like 2 weeks.
Wow,
and it's like a ton. And I was like, okay, if I could actually, so I was gonna look up because there is a chemical you need, which is the citric acid, like it was like a powdered citric acid.
Oh, okay.
Because I think what that does is it extracts all the oils out of it, and you go and once you get that concentration together, that's it. Then you blend it. So then you like super blend it together. And then you do strain it to get all the stuff out of it. But yeah, he makes some really cool things. Yeah, I love his videos. They're great. I like him. And then I don't know if you follow him, Ghost VO, if he calls it I think he's on Instagram too. But we've done videos from his Not Just a Bartender. He's really cool too.
The guy with the. We did his.
He's at the blonde hair.
Yeah. Okay.
We've done a couple of his cocktails. Yeah, he's really cool and makes some neat things. I definitely have saved a lot of his stuff, and now I just need to go back through. That's good. I think I liked the creamier version that we did. I liked having a little bit more mouthfeel to it, or like when we've got because I've ordered this cocktail when we've been out and about, like at Arrogant Butcher and another place, and it seems like there's a little bit of a froth, and even in this picture you kind of see it, but it seems like sometimes a little bit of a froth thing going on. I like that. Extract this. Oh my god, someday I'm gonna make a little bit of
vanilla. This could make a delicious boozy shake though.
Oh yeah,
with a little vanilla ice cream, or
if you use this as your liquid.
Yeah,
but overall, like I said, good aroma, like I said, nice blend of the coffee, like I said, definitely coffee, vanilla, and there is a little bit of chocolate in there too. The vodka doesn't really come through, which is good, which is how
that
it should
would be sneaky because it's 20%. And I think you could easily,
Mm-hmm.
this could go down quite easily. Don't have this for lunch.
Don't have this for lunch.
No.
But yeah, this isn't too bad. But yeah,
Extract this.
don't be a poop. Freeze your coop. I unfortunately did not freeze my coop, so that's my fault. I only have so much room in my freezer. A lot of these guys that say that stuff, it's like they have the whole entire extra
dedicated
thing
freezer
for all of their bar stuff, and it's like, oh my god, I don't have that. I barely am able to chip away enough space to have my ice cubes that I make that it doesn't frustrate my wife with the freezer being too full. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. What was the price on that?
$10.
Well, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
You get 4 cocktails.
$9.99. Yeah. 3.75.
I probably could even pour it because I didn't. In theory, we just had 2,
Right.
so this should be at half, and it's more than half.
Yeah.
So it's probably 3-ounce pours.
Yeah, 375 milliliters. So that's what, half? So that's like 12 ounces.
12 ounces.
Roughly 12-ish ounces, 12 and a half ounces.
Yeah.
So,
So 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3. So I could have put a little
4
more.
3-ounce pours. But yeah, if you wanted to, you could hit this with, a little, like you said, put a little chocolate in there. You could doctor this up. You could do a little bit. I mean, I guess that's probably defeating the purpose of having a pre-made cocktail. Because if you have to do a whole bunch of things to it, then, so this is, it's good on its own. But yeah, you could definitely add a splash of this or a splash of that.
Ric Flair is coming out with a bourbon whiskey. It's called Wooski. Really? Is that true? What was the other one you had put in the Discord a long time ago, Guardian? Now, was it like Snoop Dogg had like some? You'd put something. I was like, if I can find it, I'll look for it. Woo! Yeah. Yeah.
I think he's dead.
Is he? I feel like he might be. So it's the Ric Flair estate.
Yeah.
It's the Ric Flair estate. My time coming any day. Don't worry about me, no.
Oh wait, is this our humidity and temperature?
As the temperature, yeah. I finally put the battery back in there the other day because in the evening it's finally been nice here in Southern Arizona. So we've had the joy of opening windows. I don't know if maybe it's too cold.
We've been open, not at night though, because it does get a little too cold then, but we have when possible, been opening windows and doors and letting that fresh air.
It just feels so nice.
Feels good.
So yesterday, like I said, I was raiding last night, and I had this window open, but if I don't have the door open, there's not cross breeze, and it wasn't really windy initially. Yep. So it was like okay, but it was like 80 in here.
Oh, really?
Going on? Yeah, like the computers. It's surprising what they do.
Yeah.
It is really surprising. It's brutal. If they don't have a way to vent, like, and even when they do, like, it's still just not enough.
You cut a hole in the wall so they vent right to the outside.
A lot of like if like there was like money coming in, like what would be neat would be to have all that like in the closet. And then have a venting system, like kind of like what you said, like not a joke, like something like where you have like a computer closet with your rack stuff. Anyway, you could have it vent. Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so I had this, but it was funny. Like all of a sudden in the middle, I don't think I had the door closed quite enough, and I had the windows out there open, or one of them open, and like a breeze was, and it opened, and all of a sudden the door just comes like flying open. And I like, I wasn't streaming, but also I was like, oh god, yeah, it did. And then the breeze, and then I was like, well, I'll just hold it, and the breeze that then started coming through, it cooled down to like 69, like super quick. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, it's been nice and cool the last few days.
It's been great. Yeah, we even had our window open like a little bit last night. Like I said, I know it gets in the 30s, but man, I can tell how much better I sleep when it's cold like that. Like
that's what
just immediately, no matter what, you just lay down and it's just like, it's just, it's nice. It do be nice. Did you want to try a little bit of it?
Just a little. I'm just kind of curious if the color is still the same, and just I think it's going to not really change all that much.
I can definitely see if you didn't shake it up with ice. I'm assuming this is going to be slightly more concentrated.
Yeah.
And if it is, I definitely wouldn't. I kind of like the velvety of like doing, like I said, of putting in some sort of, like I said, it doesn't have to have any flavor, but you could do like a heavy whipping cream or something like that, just to have a little bit more.
I'm surprised that's only vanilla, vodka, and coffee, because it does really. It almost has like a.
Is it definitely
a brown sugary? There's a chocolate. There's other stuff going. I mean, it could be, the vanilla could be also imparting some flavors from that as well. So
I'm mostly only doing No Shave November as well, though, because Guardian Down, he always has to look back so far to find those videos where I had the full goatee. This will at least be a newer video. You won't have to look back as far.
Okay. Yeah, we don't want Guardian to have to work any harder.
Yeah, no, we don't want to do that. Work smarter, not harder.
Giving him some fresh material.
Some fresh material. And he'll look at that and be like, nah, your old picture looks better. It definitely has more punch to it.
Without the, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like the vodka almost kind of hits a little bit more there at the end. Definitely like it over ice. Unless I'm putting two things. Colder.
Yes.
So if that was in the fridge, that would probably also be a little bit better. Yep. This is kind of, not room temperature, but yeah, I would definitely like a little bit of something else in there.
A little something.
A little something, which I know, like you said, kind of defeats the purpose, but I don't know.
I mean, it depends on, I think if you do like one thing to it, then that's probably okay. Well,
and really the hardest part about this drink is the espresso. Do you make coffee? Do you make French press? Like that's really the labor part of it.
Right. Right. So that's
maybe
already
the vanilla
in there,
extract if you don't have it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess you could look at it like this is your base.
Right.
And
you're adding one thing.
Yeah. And that doesn't take you over the tipping point.
We had talked a long time ago. Do you guys actually have a peanut butter like whiskey? Or do you guys actually have the screwball?
We had the screwball. We don't carry it anymore.
Okay.
We did back, a few years back.
I still keep wanting to do like that chocolate peanut butter.
Well, yeah, because you were once you had gotten to a certain goal, you were like going to celebrate.
Yeah, we had talked about doing a
Roadhouse style.
Shake. Never wound up doing. I haven't been there in forever. When's the last time you were at the Roadhouse?
No, it's been last year we saw Barbie.
Oh, okay.
So that was probably like late summer last year.
Did you get a boozy shake while you were there?
I did not.
Okay. Did you get anything boozy?
I don't think so. Interesting. I just had dinner. Yeah, sometimes it's like I will and sometimes I won't. It's weird that way.
It's a 50-50 shot. I'll go one way or the other. There's only a 10% chance of that. Oh my God.
But no, we've actually, what was it? Something came out recently.
There's a new horror movie coming out.
We were talking about, we were like, we should all go see that or have a, So,
or we included in the we should all go?
Yeah.
Oh, I like the sounds of that.
We should all go.
I know you're not a horror movie person, but it doesn't seem like it's a horror movie. It seems a little more suspense. Have you seen the stuff Heretic?
I don't know if I have.
I wanted to talk to Pocket about that because it's with I think I mentioned this because it's with the guy from Four Weddings and a Funeral. I mentioned this the other week.
Yeah, Hugh Grant.
Yeah, Hugh Grant. And it's supposed to be really good. Has anyone, Ghost VO, have you been interested in this too? I don't know. I think it looks really good. But it's one of those kind of like, seems like more psychological. Like it's not a slasher movie at all. So it's like, okay, like maybe Keith would like that. I'm like, bet Rachel will be interested. I'm like, that might be I think that might come
for
out
the holidays.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe not this weekend because you're gone, but like, because I think it just comes out this weekend, but maybe the following weekend or something. That'd be fun. Get together on a Saturday and do something like that. Because I think it looks really good. It seems like it's getting rave reviews already just for like people saying it's one of the best, like kind of, it's probably a little bit more because I think it's like it's literally Kentucky bourbon. I correct myself. Oh, it's a Kentucky bourbon. Oh, okay. I think it's one of those like God, what did I don't know, like maybe not like Rosemary's Baby, but it's like a more of a religious kind of like that's the overtones to it.
Okay.
Because it's two people come knocking on the door, like I don't know, like almost like they're Jehovah's Witnesses. They're like, oh, do you want? And Hugh Grant's like, sure, come on in. And then he's like a psychopath, like kind of. But he's like, what he's doing is more like psychological kind of stuff. It seems really interesting. Hello. I haven't heard that one in a while.
Hello.
He was just on. Did you listen to that one? Maybe not just on, but within the last month or so on Dinner. Dinner's on Me. It was
Josh Gad.
Thank you. Yes,
I did not listen to that one, but lately the ones that he's had on, I'm like, he's the one that's interested me the most, but I didn't listen.
I recommend it. It was good.
Okay,
like, so he talked about some different things, like about his kids realizing who he was on for Frozen and stuff like that, and because he was in in the Book of Mormon.
He was the original. Yeah,
he was the original guy. So he talks a little bit about that, like that kind of stuff, which is interesting.
Yeah, and that one I would listen to because some of them, like I said lately, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, the one I like was like, I guess it was one of those ones like the guy is like a medium or something like that.
Oh, I started listening to that and then I lost interest in that.
I did too.
Yeah, because I thought this could be cool. Okay, and then there was something.
I tried to be open minded, and then all of a sudden it just went down some paths where I was just like, eh.
I think I was outside working outside, and I was working outside, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not following this, and I just went to something else.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are things, and that's why we talked about speeding things up. Sometimes if it goes too fast, or if you're not paying attention to certain things, you might lose. And all of a sudden you're like, wait, how did we get to this part of the story? But with that one, I was just like, I'm not focusing enough. I'm not interested enough. And it didn't pull me in.
Right.
So I thought, okay, I'm not going to listen to that one. But
I was doing stuff like kind of like working around. So I was listening to it kind of like, even though I had it on, like sometimes you're like, wait, what were they? I'm like, I don't care.
No, I'll listen. That one was one of them. And
that one was okay. Like I said, he was.
Did they talk about when he was on Modern Family?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they talk about that he actually, I think he was up for, they talk about a couple different roles that he was up for, which were interesting. Like I think, I think he may have, he was, because he actually auditioned to be Cam.
Oh, did he?
On Modern Family.
Okay.
So that was they talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
What else was he on? Like, and then because then I think there was someone else too recently on another podcast that had talked. There was a few people in a row that had all like auditioned for either the Cam part or some other things in shows that I watch. And it's always interesting, like hearing,
who was considered for certain things. Yeah.
And it's like so many times, like you're just like, they made the right choice. Like there's no way they could have been anything else. Josh Gad is in a drama podcast called Blood Ties. It is pretty good. Oh, I'll have to look for that. Blood Ties. What kind of
we do, baby? Oh wait, that's
Family Ties.
Yeah.
With our love,
what would we
I'm gonna kill you, baby,
with my
because you got blood on my tie,
and there ain't nothing we can't love each other through.
What do we do, baby,
without a
damn blood tie slashing your throat? A drama podcast. So is that actually that they're like, is it like almost like an old time radio drama type thing? Is that what they're doing? Where it's like they're, creating like a story that goes over several things. Like I was kind of wondering about, like, there's a few different podcasts that do that. It's about a pharmaceutical power family type thing where a lot of stuff comes out about their father. Oh, interesting. So, but it is like a fictional story, correct?
We were watching a little bit of Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade. From the very beginning. I haven't seen it from the very beginning in a long time.
It belongs in a museum.
Yeah.
So do you.
River Phoenix.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was always the thing that he was going to become the next Indiana
Jones. I remember them
Jones.
talking about that. Yeah.
He would have been perfect.
Yeah. He died in 1983. 31 years ago. Man, crazy.
That was just after Stand By Me. Wait, no.
Stand By Me was 86.
That's not the right, I know, I'm just kidding. That's not the right timeline.
No, wait. Dum.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I would like to try and get into one of those kind of type shows. So maybe I'll have to give that a look up. Like I said, I listen to obviously a lot of informational podcast type things, but something like that would be kind of interesting. Did you stick through the whole thing or did you just
of
The Last Crusade?
Oh no, it was just, it was toward the end of, when Ben was over the other night. We were watching it, but yeah, no.
But you saw the beginning. You saw the beginning.
Saw the beginning. Yeah, I hadn't seen that part. Like
you lost today, kid. Doesn't mean you have to like it.
Yeah, doesn't mean you have to like
that.
it.
Honestly, that sticks with me and should stick with a lot of you guys right now.
Yeah,
that's honestly I love that. I love that. Man, those first.
And he puts the hat on him, and then he looks up, and then it's Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
I think the blood changes on his face though.
Oh no,
Harrison Ford. It's like this, and then the next time I think it's over here, but I could be wrong. But anyways, yeah, that was, because I had always wondered if, what's her name, Elsa, was in another movie. The bad.
Yeah, was she?
She was.
Wait, in another Indiana Jones movie?
No, in another movie. No, because she died.
Oh, okay. That's why I was like,
no.
I don't think she made it out of the.
Well, it's one of those things you see somebody in a movie and you're like, did this actor ever? I mean, obviously they probably did something else.
Oh, sure.
But did they do anything that I would have heard of or that was? And
wait, should I guess?
My friend at work
Is it something I've seen?
I don't know if you've
I
seen
don't
it.
know.
Well, no, I don't know. I've seen
Berserker, hello.
That escalated quickly.
Escalating quickly.
I saw that. Brick killed a guy. Did you throw a trident?
Yeah, there were horses and a man on fire.
Brick, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. You should find yourself a safe house or a relative close by. Lay low for a while because you're probably wanted for murder.
It's accurate. The timing, flogging, good timing on that one. Like $3 on Steam. Have you heard of a game called Node Buster? I have not. What kind of game is it? And I'm done. Flogging, thank you for that. So what were you...
Node Buster. Oh wait,
no, it's Ghostbuster.
Okay. So there are, I think, at least 3 installments of this movie. I've seen the first one.
And she's in all 3?
No, I guess she's in the second one. The first one was filmed here in Tucson.
And you've seen them?
I'm trying to give you subtle hint. I've seen one of them. But my friend JJ said that she is in the second one.
Okay.
It's filmed in the late 80s. Large portion of it here in Tucson.
Oh, is it one of the... What was the... No. Oh, there's 3 of them. No, then I'm off on that one.
It's the third one, but as Bob Uecker said, that one pretty much went straight to video after one day.
Oh, was it the Major League movie?
Yeah, I guess she's in the second Major League movie. She's kind of the, I guess.
God, I don't know if I've ever. I mean, I know
I haven't seen.
So I'm going
to
say I've probably seen it once in my entire life, but I don't think I've seen it definitely more than
because somebody else plays Willie Mays Hayes. It's not
Wesley Snipes.
Okay, but I guess this person plays Charlie. She plays Charlie Sheen's girlfriend in it.
Huh.
And I was like,
what else has she been in?
That just those 2 things.
That's it.
Well, as far as I know.
I've seen Major League 2, but it's been years. I think that was probably...
Yeah, I heard Major League 2 is good. I've heard that even before my... So anyway,
but they changed all the people.
Watch it. Yeah.
Espresso Martini, it is. Berserker, this might be a little bit below what your standards would normally be for what you would make, but it's actually not too bad. If you were looking to kind of cut some corners, want it to be at it, like the flavors were definitely good.
Yep.
I would add a little bit of some sort of whipping cream or something to it, but the coffee flavor is actually pretty good.
Yep.
The vanilla that's in there is pretty good. This one's from Trader Joe's specifically. It seems like it was seasonal though. Right now on the website, it already says that it is not available. Keith happened to still have some in stock.
Yeah, we still have it. I'm sure a lot of stores
here and there still have it. I think
Yeah.
you got one from Total Wine. Yeah, like I said, this definitely, like most things from Trader Joe's, is good quality and well made. Like I said, I would just add that one little extra step because I liked it. That one that we made after you had suggested things. Like I said, having that little bit of, for me, when we made that one that had like a Bailey's or Irish cream kind of component, just had a little bit more complexity to it. I like that. Something out of the bottle can always be. I mean, it's possible, and it was. Like I said, this overall was pretty. You said it was $10. You said too.
$10.
No.
For about 12 and a half ounces.
Been playing it the last 4 hours and it's addicting. I don't know how to describe it. I'll have to look it up. What was it again? Node Buster. I'll have to look that up. Lou Brown character is a hard laugh. $3? I mean, you've already gotten your money's worth even after that 4 hours. Speaking of getting our money's worth.
That's right. It's time.
Did I get my money's worth out of our next beverage? I do like Angel's Envy.
A good one. I have some of that in the pantry at the house right now.
Do you? Which one do you have?
Just the basic.
It's a good one though.
Oh yeah.
That one is definitely pretty good.
Not triple oak.
We have enjoyed the rye whiskey that was aged in Caribbean rum casks. I don't know what's the choice on that one.
I don't know if there's I think they're both acceptable.
Anyway, it was aged in those, which I think was good. The rye spice coming through with that. I sometimes don't like rum casks when it comes to bourbon because bourbon's already kind of smooth and oaky anyway.
Sweet.
Like I said, you need the extra spice, so I like that one for Angel's Envy. This one was at my local Costco. This is the Angel's Envy Triple Oak is what we're going to go get. Let me find. I knew I did the graphic. I swear, Chad. I actually came prepared. There it is right there.
Ooh,
I even put up 3 bottles.
It's a
triple oak.
That's
so there's
right.
3
There we
bottles
go.
right there. Just gifted it to you. Oh my gosh. I'll have to check it out later. Berserker, thank you very much. That's very nice. Thank you. I will definitely check that out later for sure. It's less than a sub. It's fine. No, it's the thought that counts. That's very nice. I appreciate it. Storage Hunter Sim is great. There's too many of those real life sims. People a lot of times are playing supermarket sim where they're stocking and I'm like, oh my God.
I live that.
I know. Wouldn't you hate to do that?
I don't think I need to do
loved
that.
being in coffee for over 2 decades, but it's like, I don't know if I'd want to come like, I'm doing roasting simulator. I'm like, I don't want to keep doing that. It's too much. But thank you, Berserker. That is super nice. I will definitely check it out later now. Minimum wage career. So I know it's like, because it's like you're not like running the store. I don't know. Anyway, there's like there's card sim games and everything else. But anyway, so this is Angel's Envy. This is their triple oak. It is their usual 4-year, at least, I think it said at least 4-year aged bourbon spirit that they age in American oak, number 3 char. And then that same bourbon gets split between 3 different barrels. It is Hungarian, Chinkapin, and French oak barrels. After those have aged for an undetermined amount of time, it does not say. Those are then blended together by their distiller to make, obviously, whatever flavor profile we've got right now. So are you excited for that?
I am looking forward to that.
92 proof, so nothing too over the top as well.
That's good.
Even though a lot of times we do the higher proof things, this one is a little bit more reasonable when it comes to that. But yeah, we're going to go grab that, and we will be right back. And we are back. Thank you guys all for hanging out. I appreciate it. Significant Other loves that brand. I like I said again, I've had 2 different things from Angel's Envy. I have definitely enjoyed it. It is definitely usually on the milder side because of their oakings, their finishings. Like I said, their baseline spirit that is aged in port wine barrels. That one is delicious. Like I said, it is a lower proof, but I think it's still tasty. The Caribbean rum cask one also very good, but definitely a little more on the pricier side. I'll show you mild. I'm just saying it's mild. What does it say in cursive? Wouldn't you like to know? It actually says Lincoln Henderson from the cellars of Lincoln Henderson.
William Hendershot.
William Hendershot. Oh, Berserker!
What's the story, Noam? Thirsty guy walks into a bar. You finish it.
Berserker, what are you doing? Subscribing at the tier 3 for 6 months in advance. What are you doing?
I don't know what
Berserker?
that means. But it's good things.
That means they're already locked in.
Oh my gosh.
Unfortunately,
you can't go back now. Sorry, there's no
is now
refund.
stuck. He's stuck with us for another 6 months.
We're
It's
not
very
like Trader
unfortunate.
Joe's. If you don't like it, we can't give you your money back.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, it's ours now. Berserker, thank you so much. That is very, very kind. Appreciate it. Hopefully this is good. I have liked the other 2 when I saw this one. This one is kind of at a midpoint between the 2. The port one is usually around 45 to 50. This one was like, I think 56 or 57. Okay. And then that rum cask one is usually around 70 or 80. Berserker, you may know if you've had some at some point in the past. But yeah, at least 4 years aged, 3 different oaks, all of these things we like. This one, like I said, I know they have it at other places, but they happen to have it like on a deal at Costco. So it might be a little more depending on where you go.
It's made for them by Kirkland Cellars. Oh, wait, no, I'm just kidding.
Your mileage may vary. Kirkland Cellars. I did buy a vintage ale that they had, which at some point we will have.
Yeah, I will. We can, if we want to have a vintage ale theme, I can bring over.
So the only thing is, like you mentioned, mine is a stout.
Yeah.
Yours is probably more of like an ancient ale kind of, or an ale kind of thing, right?
Yeah, that darker, but it's still dark with kind of some malty notes. So it could probably be the starter of that.
Very 1700 style bottle. Very nice. Bevy with the stubble. Good Lord. I'm telling you, we're going for no shave November. You're going to have to live with it for a little bit. I will probably
he is going to shave
it up
his head
a little bit.
Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. That is not happening. There would have to be a lot of subs for that. Probably could have gotten quicker, but I had known some stuff. 1 achievement left in the game. Nice. Man, you're killing it. Super fun, super short. I don't know what's on the other side of the horizon after my current goal. Okay. You do 1 stream with a proper handlebar mustache before you shave it completely. I mean, I think if I go this, which I will go this far to the end of the month with this, I think then
you
it
said
has
Thanksgiving. No, that's almost at the end of the month.
I mean, that's pretty close to the end of the month.
I know it's
within a few days.
But what if you should present the family with? Those who don't watch the stream.
I present you.
I present to you my facial hair.
How am I walking in your front door?
Andrew is here. And so is his facial hair.
Just got done with some stubble September. Yeah, but where was the stubble though? Like, that's the real question. That's the real question. Like a gender reveal for adults. Yeah, except it's facial hair. Exactly. No, I would do something, whatever I turned it into. I think we would have to do something funny with like, okay, I'm shaving this into this joke thing. And then to that, when I decide to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Like I said, who knows? Maybe we'll keep it for a little while. We'll see. I'm just, all doors are open. Just restocked on all my beard stuff. I got a new beard oil scent called Black Sails. Limited time it smells. So what does Black Sails smell like? That smells like charcoal and wood.
Moldy,
and wood.
Yeah.
Something moldy.
Linen.
Oh God. Smells like lanolin. Hold please. Okay. What are the aroma notes on that? I'd need to know.
Speaking of aroma notes.
Yeah. Speaking of aroma notes.
That is the color of bourbon.
That is the color of bourbon that we'd like.
A little fruit in there, I think.
Obviously getting a fair amount. Obviously, I'm getting a fair amount of wood. But vanilla, and then I would agree, a little fruit. I think there's a little sweetness in there too. A little vanilla, maybe a little caramel.
Yeah. You opened this when I first got here.
I did,
a couple hours ago,
but then I had to recork
those.
So I liked it. So for a lot of people out there that haven't maybe missed some of our podcasts or haven't seen stuff, if we're having a higher proof something, I like to have that sit open a little bit, almost like a bottle of wine, like to kind of, just because it's going to change even more so as like a couple weeks go on. Like you will notice big differences in something you've opened, especially at a higher proof. But even for that, I like to have it kind of open up and just kind of aerate a little bit, like get a little bit of oxygen. I think that does go.
There's
to help.
a lot of stuff going on in there. The fruit, the caramel, the
oak is definitely in there. Yeah,
it's all in there. That's good.
It's a nice aroma. Overall, like all of those, even though we've mentioned all those things, I will say it's a little, to me, on the milder side aroma-wise. It's not like it's like, ooh, I'm getting this.
It's not. Yeah. And fortunately too, since it is lower in alcohol, it's not like also like, whoa, my God,
I
took
true.
too deep of a sniff.
For sure.
It's all nice and balanced, but nothing necessarily dominating.
To the aroma?
Wait, we did that.
Oh, what should we do then?
Let's try it.
Okay.
Let's drink it.
Sure. Oh, I like this already. A daring and alluring fragrance. Taking you on a journey from coastline to the open sea to the captain's captain's quarters.
What kind of cruise is this?
The
captain needs to be steering.
Catholic boat. Primary notes. I don't even know what that first word is. Do you know what that is?
Ambergris?
Probably. I'm assuming it's a gris at the end. Ambergris. Bourbon, citrus, ocean air. I like all those things. I need to know what that first thing is. I'm actually going to look that up. I'm sorry, I'm uncultured.
Ambergris.
Flammable waxy substance that comes from the digestive system of sperm whales. Okay. Oh.
It's used in perfumery and other applications. Okay. Wow.
That's what's in the captain's quarters.
Oh.
Something from a sperm whale.
At least it's from a sperm whale.
Definitely not a hint of Big Mac crumbs. Nope. Produced when indigestible parts of squid become trapped in a sperm whale's intestines and bind together over time, forming a solid mass. It's thought to protect the whale's internal organs from the sharp beaks of squid.
It has
appearance. Fresh ambergris is soft, black, and has an unpleasant smell. Over time, it hardens and fades to a light gray or yellow color, developing a yellow, pleasant fragrance. This is interesting. I would not.
Ambergris.
That must be a very subtle note of that.
I hope so.
Is used in perfumery as a fixative to stabilize the scent of fine perfumes in Eastern cultures, used in medicines, potions, and as a spice. Oh, okay. So maybe a little spicy note then? Let's get to the best part of it. Maybe a little bit of a spice note.
A spice.
That sounds really good. I like the other things.
Ambergris sounds better than what it actually is.
Yeah, I like bourbon, citrus, and ocean air. I would definitely try a Malort Nix. I would definitely try that from what I have heard. Because it sounds terrible. But we should try that. Synthetic production value. Ambergris can sell for $25 per gram. Often found floating in on the shores of tropical waters such as the coast of China, Japan, Africa, the Americas, and on tropical islands like the Bahamas.
Ah, ambergris.
Mm-hmm. That is interesting. Thank you for bringing that description to the table. We've learned something new today. Appreciate that.
My brother went to a tropical isle, and all he brought me was this ambergris. T-shirt.
What a great shirt. I draw the line at Fernet. That's enough for me. One taste of Malort lasted me a lifetime. It was hilarious. Yeah, right?
And there's even a song about it by Steve Winwood. Ambergris. Valerie.
I thought you were going to go with, take me an ambergris.
No, I was actually going with ambergris. No. Sounds like Valerie.
Okay, it does.
Ambergris, ambergris. Okay, I went too far. That's all right, though. You gotta step up to the plate. You take a swing.
The swing was taken.
Yep.
Something from some harmony from Betty.
I don't think you knew that song.
I didn't know that song. If I did, I could have. Like I said, we did 2 separate songs, so hopefully that was enough. Everyone shocked Bevy is a super soprano.
That's very drinkable. That's how I would say that. It's a little on the thin side for me, body-wise.
I would agree. Yeah, I mean, you kind of figure that with the 92 proof.
Yeah, but it's like very well balanced. Nothing really sticks out, but it's very drinkable.
The oak for me like really comes out. There's a little bit of tannicness almost to it because of the oak. Like it's fairly strong in that department. I was hoping it was going to be a little bit more sweet, maybe like a little bit more sweetness to go with that. Because sometimes, again, it turns into being a little bit dry, a little bit tannic. It's drinkable. Yeah, it's purple drink.
Would you say that? Or I mean, you do get the oak, but it's like really. Maybe because I'm searching for more is why I think it's drinkable. It's
maybe
it's not bad. I don't know if it's not necessarily noteworthy.
Craig, if you can read this, your mom's being mean to me. She being mean to you. I doubt that's true. Kind of big news, but also not, but kind of no news. Finally took my Union Journeyman's test today. Ooh. Don't have the results yet, but should be good. Nice. So you feel confident in it? Nice, Berserker. You'll finally be the end of your journey, man. That's all I got. That's all I got. Crocodile, if you want to post a link, give me 1 second here. It always depends, so we'll just do that. There you go. You can post a link, whatever you're posting. Jepson's Malort. Oh, okay. Ooh, yeah. That's fair. That's a boo. I agree. Here's my Malort. Call me baby. Oh, there it is. We could not find this item where we are at.
Found it in Gilbert, though.
It is in Gilbert.
Poison.
Poison.
That drink is poison. I don't even know. What is Malort? Mal means bad usually, but
it is.
It's bad ort.
It's supposed to be pretty gross. It's pretty much like, it's like what? Isn't it from Illinois specifically, or it's like the Midwest? It's some sort of drink that like people usually use in a bed. It seems like I'm not kidding.
Like if you lose, you have to drink a bottle of Malort.
Or you have to drink a sip of Malort. And people talk about it just being it's like gasoline or whatever. Like it's terrible. Carl Jepsen, Swedish immigrant, first distilled popularized liquor in Chicago. Swedish word for wormwood. So yeah, it's the wormwood itself. Solid honey and light grapefruit notes. Yeah, grapefruit is probably being kind.
Okay.
I'm assuming you mean acetylene or gasoline. Grandpa's ashtray, a little bit of battery acid lingers, can drive from Aurora to McHenry and still get notes of turpentine. The most putrid thing I've ever had the displeasure of tasting. 5 stars. I kind of like acetylene though.
Acetylene.
We're going to start using that.
Acetylene.
No, this is one I've had, like I said, a lot of people have mentioned this before, like as like a joke. Like it gets 4.5 stars. Like it's so stupid. All right, beat the game. Awesome ending. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Okay.
Happy end? No, wait.
Yeah, no. Yeah, was it a happy ending? How happy was it?
So what say you?
Fussy britches.
Fussy britches. I didn't want to go with, you're not fussy britches.
It's okay. Honestly, like I said, it's like
kind of where I'm at.
Like it's okay. Like I said, I like the amount of oaking that's there. I think this one probably could have used one of their finishes that they do, either port or something else, because to me it's like, because of the amount of wood, it's a little tannic. Like the obviously the Woodford Reserve Double Oak, which I always mention to people, and they're like, "Oh, I want to try it." What like that one to me is always like so rich and lush and like all of that, and that's kind of missing that. For another $10 or $11, this is what you're paying. Paying to get this. I think there's some nice complexity in the aroma, but yeah, the taste itself to me is a little bit more one note. There's a little bit of brown, like kind of, brown sugar in there. The wood is really which you'd expect. And that's what I was hoping for. But I think I was hoping for that it would be less on that. Like I said, kind of, again, like I said, I think the best thing I can use is like saying tannic. 4 straight hours of sitting here loving every second. Oh my God, you should probably go see a doctor if it was more than 4 hours. You're lucky that it was only 4. Lucky that it was only 4. That sounds cool. No, I look forward to trying that. Yeah. Oh God, 4 hours and 5 minutes. Should I get up? No, I can finish this. But yeah, like I said, yeah, the Malort has been mentioned by several people in chat before.
Malort, ambergris. We should make a drink of those two things.
Oh God. Isn't that's part of that song? Ambergris of grape. Oh,
purple mountains
majesty. Sat in place when Skyrim almost when Skyrim came out for 26 hours straight, skipped class, missed meals. It's amazing how like sometimes if you get involved in a game, like you can just, you can live there. That's always interesting with all that kind of stuff. Sometimes I get that way with shows too, when I'm finally like getting into a show. You're like, let's keep watching. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
I saw someone put up a joke. They said it was like, like one of those back and forth kind of memes. And it was like, Netflix, we'd like you to watch a 10-hour movie. Hell no, I won't do that. Well, what if we give you 10 1-hour parts to watch? Yeah, I'm going to binge that right now. It's like, okay. It was like that kind of thing where you think at any point, if you want to stop, you could, but you choose not to then.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny because it's like, within the overall arch of that 10-hour, of those 10 1-hour episodes, there's this, but then in the middle of that, there's also, and you get to the end and you get to, but then I got to watch the next one.
Right.
But at least but I got to watch the next one. Yeah, it's interesting. Psychology there.
Yeah, of how that stuff works for sure. That was good. Like I said, it's good. I would never buy this one again. Yeah, I would either buy the port barrel one that you've had. I would buy the other two, which I have enjoyed.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna not or be like, nah. But this would, price wise, probably normally you wouldn't maybe mix this. Would you make a cocktail with this though? No. Okay, just not enough in there.
Yeah, I would worry it would get lost.
Yeah,
like I said, anything kind of under 100 proof for me. Like I said, in a cocktail with you're putting other things in there, I like having the extra, spice and complexity. And like I said, this would be more than I would normally use for a cocktail. Like I said, usually most of my stuff that winds up being a mixer or whatever, I try and be in that,
price wise,
$30 to $45 range or whatever.
Right.
So this one's a little bit above that. And then I also don't think it would, I think it would get lost. You like math? It depends on the math. Is it girl math or like just actual math? Either way, I can like math. Just getting someone to watch a 3-hour movie versus binging a whole series. Here's some fun math. Oh no, here comes the math. Here comes the math. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Here comes the math.
Return of the math.
Return of the one-hit wonder.
Return of the math. Mark Morrison, Return of the Mac. I was going with that one.
Haven't you seen those, Sushi? Like those TikToks with the girl math thing? Killing a monster in RuneScape and it drops item that has a base rate of 1. Ooh. You've always said that to me about RuneScape, that and I've heard other people talk about that too, that game, like the drops are just crazy. Stephen A. Smith is in chat.
That's what I thought.
The popular meme, Sushi. However, I'll be interested to try this again though, like in a week. You know what I mean? Like I said, like to try that again, like at that point. To see kind of where it goes. If an elite version of the monster spawns and you kill it, you have a 1 in 750 chance to get it. There are a couple ways you can increase the spawn rate of an elite version. Okay. Here's the math coming. this thing takes 2 seconds to do, but this thing takes 5 hours to do. Which is worth if you're boarding a train from Dulcin? It turns into one of those kind of math problems that might be too much math. So I would say that I had about a 12% increased chance to get an elite. Okay, so you have to get 12% chance to get a better 750 chance over 750,000. Okay.
Yeah.
Strip down to his altogether.
Yeah.
Second Slayer task of killing this monster. Monster is dead.
I watched the
Your foster parents are
the
dead.
Frasier, the one with the Road Warrior, where they're in the Winnebago for the
yeah.
2000.
Uh-huh.
That was just funny. Niles, where he goes in the wrong RV. Faye.
Faye's in that one too.
Yeah.
Second Slayer task of killing the monster ever. So at this point, I had killed 256 monster ever. It got 37,000 is when a friend got the drop. Yikes! See, I don't like game. I don't need that much. I like some RNG, but man, that's too much. Having to like wait for that kind of thing. That's too much.
I don't understand the math, anyways. So I'll take your word on that.
It's too much.
It's too much.
All of these things are too much. What are you doing? I'm with Keith. This math is already too much. This math is already too much for sure.
Yeah, there's just certain things that are beyond my scope.
256 kills, about 40 of these were elites. So 40 of them you had the higher chance compared to the other ones, but still getting it that early. I mean, probably should go out and buy a lottery ticket if you're getting something to drop that quick. That's usually how I feel. If you're getting some good RNG like that, and whether it's in Destiny or RuneScape or whatever else.
Yeah, there's definitely like a little at the end now with where my glass is empty. There's definitely some sweet, almost like I think we talked about brown sugar, and it's
So
it will
Stones.
be interesting to see how that evolves, if it evolves.
Rarest item in the game that drops from something. I mean, you're done. I mean, I feel like there's probably nothing left to do in the game if you already got that kind of rare drop. It's finished. You're complete. So what are we thinking for next week? I mean, I'm sure you'll bring something back from Billy Joel. I'm sure he has a winery that you're... No.
Well, who knows? Well, maybe I'll find something up there. But so we'll be at November 14th next.
So definitely should be some wine.
We're 2 weeks outside of Thanksgiving, so we probably should be offering some sort of Thanksgiving beverage type discussion.
Okay.
So perhaps that Chardonnay, or I'll look around and see if there's something else that intrigues me. But I think we should definitely go toward the wine, and then that I can bring that beer over as well.
Oh, okay.
So you come up with a non-alcoholic starter, and we're
sure.
all set.
All right.
Or I can do that too. So
can you guys do a gin type thing? What kind of gin type thing are you looking for? We've done so many gin beverages.
Yeah, no problem with gin.
Done so many gin beverages. We do love some gin.
We can do a gin type thing.
That's
we can
Stone
just have
Temple
wine
Pilots.
discussion. We don't have to actually drink
That too.
wine. We can just talk wine too.
Wait, if you're gonna do a non, we always try and like lately we've been
Usually,
trying to do a non-alcoholic starter
something
or
just to
something at
start
least a
that
little bit
way.
lighter.
But it's the holidays, so we can push
Holidays,
ourselves
we've all gotta-
safely.
We've all got to go see family at some point. So probably
Yeah.
more alcohol is better than less.
Yeah.
For a lot of people. Lewis Hamilton's non-alcoholic agave. What? I have not heard of that. Sold at Bevmo, I believe. Okay. Yeah. No. Put it like I said. Definitely like put stuff like that. If you have ideas, like I said, for stuff for podcasts and things, because you know me, I'll probably forget it. Yeah. Okay. I thought it was the F1 driver. I was not sure. But
He
that's
has it before he gets in the car.
There is exactly. Probably. Well, as long as it's not alcoholic. He is definitely up there. I don't know. Has he been winning lately? But anyway, there is a pub section of the Discord. If you guys are anybody else here that is a member of the Discord, please put it in the pub section of stuff that you think we should try. We're more than happy to look for it. Obviously within reason, for sure. But yeah, we can look for that. Yeah, definitely probably should do some wine things.
Formula One, actually, Las Vegas is hosting the Formula One race in a couple of weeks.
Are they gonna have all the pothole issues again? Wasn't that something
I don't
recently
know,
where
but
they had? Didn't they have a bunch of issues with the roads?
Could be. I know it was kind of a pain in the butt with all the fencing and things marked out. So we'll be dealing with that tomorrow as well. So
Yeah, I remember actually listening to him on F1 in Las Vegas. That's what I had kind of heard. But I had listened to him on David Letterman has that show on Netflix. Have you ever watched that at all?
no,
The interview
I
show.
recommended that.
It's really good. But anyway, he was on there at some point.
My
That was
Next
where I
Guest or
learned about it.
something like that,
Yeah.
or,
You-
something like that.
My guest needs no introduction.
Oh, something like that.
Had an event going on in Austin the weekend. We were there for Livestrong. Oh, really? How did that go? Oof. We're biking, and there's F1 cars driving around. Oh, God.
It's combining two things.
City made a mistake. Drive to Survive is amazing. Wooski. Apparently, there's a major F1 track. Oh, there's an actual track? Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Okay. All right. Well, we've got some ideas for next week. I'm sure we will hear tales of the Sting and Billy Joel concert when you come back. Hopefully,
Yes.
that goes absolutely fantastic, I would think.
Hope so.
Do you try and look ahead and see if like that everyone's healthy and everything's going after the ELO experience?
Yeah, probably should do that, but we'll be there anyways because we have. We'll find something else to do if they're not
I guess
there.
we're seeing the Blue Man Group again.
And we'll just take the money we spent on the tickets and we'll put it all on Black 21 or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll put it on. Yeah,
That was the
that would be funny to.
that was the norm thing, wasn't it? Why what was in it? Why Black 21? Well, 21 because that's the date that I got married to Vera, and Black because that's the date I got married to Vera. Wasn't that his remember?
I don't remember that.
Because then that
but
was the
I-
episode. Then when he comes back and he's like, hey, he's like, so he's like, I put it on the thing. He's like, and it hit. And he's like, oh my God, how great. He's like, and I was so excited. My date started jumping up and down. And they started going again because I had realized my date. He's like, oh my God, you let it ride. He's like, and it hit again. Because then that's when he gives him the check. And then Norm won't pay back his bar bill.
Oh my god!
And he keeps hinting it like, hey, remember when you first started here? We didn't even know your name. Look, it says Skinny Guy at the end of the bar. And then it turns out after he finally gets upset and yells at him, then he's like, I bought you a boat. Look, it's the SS Mayday Malone. And then he's like, oh, sorry.
I forgot about that. Oh my god! Yeah, that was good.
Always Bet on Black. That is a Wesley Snipes. What was the name of that movie? That was a Wesley Snipes movie.
Major
Only One
League.
American Have for. That wasn't Major League.
Oh, okay.
No, it was what was it called? What was that? Always Bet on Black. That was his that was his action movie thing or whatever. But anyway, all right. Thank you guys all for being here.
Thank you. Yeah,
Hopefully you had an absolutely wonderful Thursday, or as good as it can be in these trying times, as we say. But back to Jen real quick. You better come in real quick. We're gonna wrap things up. We're gonna go say hi to Simba. Simba is celebrating her 2-year anniversary on Twitch. She is super awesome. She's playing some Overwatch. She also plays Destiny, plays a lot of other games. She was also playing A Quiet Place when I was doing that last week, which was super cool. So Passenger 57, that's what it was. I think I saw that in the theater, sadly enough. I remember that. I definitely remember that tagline. But yeah, we always like a good gin-based cocktail. I guess I just want to get some more insight into what would be good in the gin realm and what to look for. You mean gin itself? Gin itself, the easy go-tos for us are always the Gray Whale.
Hendrix.
Hendrix is still good. I know that one's mass market, but it's still good if you want the cucumber thing. Gray Whale is great. That one's out of California. 209 is also out of California. What are our other favorites? I like the Botanist, which is all Scottish type things. Like I said, these are more English, or London Dry styles for the most part. We also like Roku, which is a good gin, which uses Japanese things. Like I said, Japanese, I think it's all like matcha tea is in that one, or Japanese sencha is in that one.
Yep.
YouTube is a great place, yes, for all of the previous things and stuff. What else? What are the other gins? Plymouth Gin is also still one of my favorites. Plymouth. I always go to that one. Those are probably my go-tos for most gin. Obviously I get things here and there. What to make with it? Obviously I'm a huge martini fan, so I'm always making a martini. A gin and tonic is always classic.
Could Negroni, if the bitter thing is your thing.
If you like the bitter thing, Negronis can be excellent.
Yep.
Like I said, depending on the Amaro that you use, I like it to be a little bit less on the bitter side.
Yep.
For me. And then the Gin Rocket, if you want to look that drink up, that was one that we did
was delicious.
within the last 6 months or a year. Hi, Bevy and Keith. Paco, how's it going? Good to see you.
Hi, Paco.
Bye, Bevy. Bye, Paco.
Bye, Paco.
I told Keith that you love the chips and that you were going to get some more.
Go get more. Yes, they'll be. They disappear quickly.
But yeah, the Gin Rocket is fantastic. That was almost my drink of summer for a little bit. It was delicious. I'm trying to think what else. Anything else cocktail wise lately with gin? That's probably
pretty much covers the big ones. Yeah.
Trader Joe's has what are they called?
Stuffing flavored kettle chips.
Yeah. It's literally called like Thanksgiving sides or Thanksgiving stuffing chips or something like that.
Yep.
They're absolutely delicious if you like Thanksgiving stuffing. Like I said, they taste very similar to that. Lucky told me to buy 10 bags. Waiting for Lucky to come and get it. Lucky should come and pick up his chips himself. Say hi to Keith in the store.
That's right.
Never know. Someday. All right. We're going to go say hi to Simba. She is super nice. And thank you guys for being here. Have a wonderful day. You will see him next week. You'll see me tomorrow. Probably playing some more Destiny.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it. Go have some fun.
Oh my God. It's actually all working this week. I almost forgot. Isn't that nice for a change? All right. Good night, everybody.